Hello, today we are going to be drawing a chameleon. I am going to be using my black Sharpie. You can use whatever you want. And we're going to start with drawing the eye of our chameleon. I'm going to go ahead and put it about right here towards the right of my paper. And I'm going to draw a small circle. It's about as big as a dime. All right. And then I want to draw another circle inside of this circle. And then the last thing we want to do is draw one more small little circle and kind of fill in the little space that we have, color that in. And now we want to go ahead and add this line that kind of follows and curves around our eye. So now we can go ahead and we can start drawing the head of our chameleon. So we're going to start right about here. We're going to come up towards our eye, and then I want to put a little bump right above the eye right here. And now we're going to curve it the other way. So we're going to go up, curve it around, and then we're going to come back down behind the eye and then curve it in right there. And we want this to be a happy chameleon, so we're going to go ahead and put a smiley face on here. We can make a little curved line just like this below the eye. And then we want to have a line that comes out, and we're going to curve it up, connecting it to the front of our chameleon's head. Then we're going to create a tiny little chin with a curved line that looks like this. And now we are going to start at that curved chin, and we're going to start to come down here. And I want to make some rounded zigzags that kind of end up making these little points. So that way our chameleon looks like it has some scales, and we can kind of connect these scales with these curved lines. Now we're going to go ahead and draw the body of our chameleon. We're going to make it big and round. It's going to connect to the head. So we're going to curve up, almost like we're drawing a half circle. And now we can start to work on the legs of our chameleon. We're going to first start with the shoulder by creating this L shape here, like a L almost upside down. And stop it right about there. And now we can start to draw the wrist of the chameleon. We're going to bring it right down here and curve it around. We'll make a little loop and another little loop right there. So now we want to draw the elbow of our chameleon. So we're going to come up, and we have kind of another L shape here, but then we're going to connect it to the little claw of our chameleon. And then we could also draw the little back part of the claw. And later this is going to be holding a twig. Let's go ahead and start working on the back leg of our chameleon. And we want to start with the knee. So we're going to come out right here. We're going to curve down and stop. Let's actually go ahead a little bit longer here. And there we go. We'll stop right there. And now we can start to draw the foot. So we're going to bring it down, and again we're going to do a little loop. It's going to come around. All right. And now we can go ahead and loop it back one more time. And then to finish up this leg, we just want to put a little curved line right here. So now we have the back leg of our chameleon, and we can work on the body. We're going to come out from the elbow and then bring it up and connect it to the shin of our back leg. Now we're going to go ahead and draw the twig that our chameleon is standing on. So we're going to come out from the foot of the back of our chameleon, and we're going to connect it to the back of the front foot of our chameleon. And now we can go ahead and continue that line on the other side. I'm going to make a little twig right here. And then we can continue this, and I'm going to make a small little circle, more of like an oval. Now we can start from the bottom, and we're just going to connect this line up to our twig right here. Now we want to just continue this same line going to the back foot. Right? And we can go ahead and start over here, and we're going to make another little splinter right here. And then we can come out from that splinter and connect it to the twig that we started. We can come out from the back foot, and we're actually going to make this twig go off our page. And then we just got to connect the bottom to the twig. So now let's start working on our tail. We're going to start at the top of our body. We're going to curve down, and then we're going to stop at this little twig right here. All right, and our tail goes behind the twig, so we're going to act as if this line continues, and we're going to bring it down, and then we're going to make this little shape. It's a little spiral. It's really fun to make. There we go. And now we can go ahead and finish this tail by creating a little curved line that comes down here. Again, it's going to stop right at the twig here. And then we're going to continue that line and connect it to our spiral. And now let's go ahead and create the other legs for our chameleon. All right, we're going to make them behind the body, the ones coming out behind the body, and we're just going to draw these two little lines that connect to our twig, and then a little upside down U with a line through it, so that kind of shows like the claw. And then we're going to do the same thing for our back leg here. We're going to create a line that connects to the twig and another line that connects to the twig. All right, and then again, we're going to draw kind of this backwards or upside down U, right, or V, and then we're going to put another line through it to show the foot holding on to the branch. So now we're going to create some spikes or some scales on the upper part of our chameleon, and we're just going to do these little U shapes that come out from our chameleon into the body, and then they circle back around. And if you want to, you can make these ones bigger, you can make them smaller, it's up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and keep creating these all the way down to the tail of my chameleon. So maybe one more here, and there we go. And then I'm also going to go ahead and start to outline the parts of the chameleon that I plan on coloring in blue. So I'm going to start right about here, and I want this shape to be really curved. So I'm going to come out from the body and then connect it down to its belly. And then this one, I'm going to go ahead and come down. I'm going to round it and then connect it back up to the top of my chameleon. And now to close off this shape, I'm going to come out, and I'm kind of following those same curves, and then I want it to get kind of skinny down at the bottom and connect it again to the belly of my chameleon. So we're going to go ahead and create a few more of these, and if it doesn't look exactly like mine, that's okay, because all chameleons are unique, right? But I'm just going ahead and I'm making these little shapes that I'm planning to color in blue. So again, I'm going to come out, I'm going to connect this one to its knee, and then maybe we'll have one over here that goes from the head and kind of connects to the arm of my chameleon. So we'll come out this way, or I guess it's the leg of our chameleon, and then connect it right there. And then we need to close off this shape. So again, I'm starting out skinny, and then I'm making it a little bit wider as I then connect back to the head. And we can go ahead and continue making these shapes. I'm actually going to make mine go all the way down and through its tail. So I'll go make one right here that connects to its leg. All right, and then I'll go ahead and make a couple more of these. All right, just little squiggly lines, and we always want to put them in pairs of two. When we get to our tail here, there's one, there's two, and then 1, 2. 1, 2, and then one more. There we go. All right. And then before we finish up, I do want to give my chameleon a little bit of an ear. So I'm just going to draw a small little circle that goes behind the smile of my chameleon. And then also, you know what? We've got to give our chameleon a nostril because right now they can't breathe. So let's go ahead and give a little nostril right there. And now we are all set and ready to go. We can go ahead and start coloring in. I'm going to do a little time lapse here and you can come check back in. And there we go. Here is my finished chameleon after coloring it in. As always, I did go through and I re-outlined my chameleon. I think if you make those outside lines look really bold, it looks awesome. So thank you for watching and we'll see you next time.